Let's review the basics of setting up and using the Panda warmer. To turn it on, the machine must be plugged in. There are two power switches that must be turned on for the Panda warmer to work. The first switch is on the back of the warmer by the power cable. The second power switch is on the front of the machine at the bottom of the screen. Air and oxygen can be connected to the warmer through wall gas lines or through gas cylinders on the back of the warmer by first using the key to open the tank valves. Now we are going to turn on the built-in suction and oxygen on the warmer. First of all, it is okay to use the simple wall suction and oxygen if you are more comfortable with them. The suction and oxygen interface is on the front of the warmer. The suction on/off switch is located at the top left. After turning on the suction, the adjacent dial can be used to adjust the suction pressure. 100 millimeters of mercury is usually appropriate. The suction canister is on the side of the warmer, behind and underneath the bed. The warmer's gas flow controls for ventilation is located just below the suction controls. Gas flow is turned on by flipping the gas flow switch. The gas flow rate to two separate ventilation sources are set at the outer dials. A T-piece respirator, a Mapleson breathing circuit, or a simple bag valve mask can be attached. The dials should be set to 10 liters per minute of flow. The center dial allows the FiO2 to be adjusted as needed. It should initially be set to 30% or less. If the front of your Panda warmer has an attachment that is specifically for the T-piece respirator, the flow rate should still be set at 10 liters. These warmers have a separate dial that adjusts the peak inspiratory pressure. Air will not flow to the mask when the peak inspiratory pressure is set at 0. This valve must be open for any air to flow through the T-piece respirator. Ideally, the peak inspiratory pressure should be set to 20 centimeters of water, and the PEEP should be set to 5 centimeters of water. Now we are going to measure the weight and adjust the temperature. After turning the machine on, the computer boots up and asks to admit the baby. To measure the baby's weight, first select Menu, then select Scale, and finally select Weight. Then you are asked to lift the baby off of the bed. After a brief pause for the bed to zero out the scale, replace the baby on the scale to get the weight. You can then reject the weight to weigh the patient again or accept the weight. There is also the option to toggle between pounds and grams. The temperature can be adjusted in two ways. The first is manually. In manual mode, the heater power is adjusted with the arrows on the screen. Manual mode is less safe than baby mode for temperature control because there is nothing that prevents the baby from getting too hot or too cold. Baby mode maintains normothermia by using the baby's measured temperature to regulate the heater output. The baby's temperature is continuously measured with a temperature probe that is covered with the silver reflective circle. The probe is placed over the baby's liver in the right upper quadrant of the abdomen. It is then plugged into the warmer under the gas controls. The set temperature can then be adjusted with the up and down arrows on the side of the screen. Thanks for joining for this quick primer on how to use the Panda warmer.